So in this video, I want to show you my smartphone home screen to basically illustrate my point that focus needs to be created and cannot be quickly made up. You can't say I'm focused now and then you're focused. You have to build an environment first that allows you to be focused. And this is my environment, my digital environment that I want to walk you through today. But first of all, a little bit of credibility why you can trust me that what I'm saying is actually true. So if you haven't met yet, my name is Fabian Werner. I'm a student at the University of Applied Sciences, Pittsburgh-Schweinfurt, where I'm proudly recognized as one of the top 20% of students. At the same time, I have been in tech for 2 years. More specifically, I worked in tech sales, and I've also been in business for 5 years. And I've learned a lot on my journey so far by starting 3 businesses on my own. The first business I've started was a e-commerce online store where I sold archive fashion pieces to people across the globe. My second business was a productized service agency where I helped businesses streamline their operation with a software called Notion. And my third and current business is the one you're watching right now. It is me talking to my camera in my room, making content for free that will hopefully level up your business. Okay, with that being said, let's dive in. I will share now my screen so you can see everything I'm talking about and that you can follow along. So let me quickly go to the side so I'm perfectly in frame. So this, what you're seeing right here, is my smartphone home screen. This is it. I think for you it might be pretty underwhelming, but this is everything I need to stay as focused as humanly possible. So let's break it down. On the top part, I have my calendar. So this is the most important stuff. Everything on my calendar will be done. Anything that is not on my calendar simply does not exist for me. Then I have this widget right here that always keeps me aware of the screen time. So I've set myself screen time goals of 15 minutes that I want to spend on YouTube each day, which I'm battling myself with because I'm more than addicted to YouTube because I'm creating content on YouTube. So I always want to keep up with what other people are doing. So keeping that 15-minute mark at least worked today. As you can see, I have 14 minutes of time on YouTube, and the same goes for surfing on the web. I have set myself a time limit on Google Chrome. That is the browser of preference that I'm using, but I want to also only spend 15 minutes per day using Google Chrome. And the other widget I have right here, this plus button, adds a new entry to the Notion database, which is essentially my task list. So if you want to learn more about how I manage all of my tasks with a system that I've created that is called the Rainbow Calendar system, then I highly recommend you check out the video I did on that by simply searching for it. Just go for how I manage my time, the Rainbow Calendar system, and you will definitely find the video that explains all of my Notion settings and how the system is connected and set up. So this is my task management. I use Notion. So this button right here, and Notion, which is the app and software itself down here to manage all of my tasks. And that is about it. I have my camera on here because I think it is really important if I quickly want to make a picture of something that I don't want to memorize, or if I quickly want to record some video of something interesting, maybe I saw an ad, or maybe want to screen record something, I can quickly do it over the camera app. Then all of my files are stored digitally on Google Drive, so I'm all in on the Google suite. I use Google Calendar up here, Google Drive down there, Google Chrome as my browser, Gmail as my email host. I'm on YouTube, which is owned by Google, so I'm all in on Google. All right. And then last but not least, I have Kindle over here. The Kindle app is essentially digitized books. So everything I'm reading is in the Kindle app. We can hop in right here. So there you can see everything I'm reading. It's my library. I can quickly run you through each app that I'm using. So these are all of my folders that I have. That is everything I'm reading, I have read, and I want to read. And in this 100 folder are all the books so in this 100 folder, it is there to essentially, these are the 100 books that I want to discover over my lifespan that are worth reading over and over again. Each book you see right here, I have read at least 5 times. So I try to reread each of those books at least once per year. So this is the Kindle app. Then with Notion, let's quickly go through. This is the recording. But right here, I have all of my tasks. So this is my Notion. I set it up right here, all of my recording, all of my ideas, whatever comes to mind. So that is that. If you want to dive deeper into my Notion, then I highly recommend the Rainbow Calendar System video. Then on Google Chrome, I don't have Chrome itself on this button, but I have Google linked as a page. So whenever I open it, I open a new Google tab, and not like if I would have the Chrome icon here, it would open up the last page I visited in Chrome, but this would rob my focus. So I always want a fresh new Google page whenever I open this. Well, and then Drive is pretty self-explanatory. So I have all of my content here. I have stuff on my resume that gets saved here. It's just on a cloud that I can have access to on every device where I'm logged into my Google account. Well, and then my camera app, I think it won't get more self-explanatory than that. But what you might notice, and what is pretty uncommon, I have no other apps, so I cannot swipe anywhere else. I deleted most stuff off of my smartphone that distracts me. I have turned off all notifications. If I'm really going into hard mode, I even grayscale my screen. This works absolute wonders. And that's it for me so far. I've made a setting, this might be worth mentioning, that all of the notifications I get are silenced or blocked from apps that I don't care about. But when I get a notification, I want it to be displayed up here. So this essentially works for me like a to-do list. I can see all of the notifications that have come in over the day, that have been accumulated only by the apps that are really important, for example, by mail or by some messenger apps. And then I will go through them one by one until each of them is done, and until this list up there is completely, blank. Then I know I have done everything, and this has worked great for me so far. So I don't rely on notification sounds. My phone is completely silent, and this is what I also recommend for you, because then nothing is able to rob you of your focus. And that is it. Simple, yet insanely effective. With that being said, I hope you've learned something from this video. If you did, then I would highly appreciate if you would check out my newsletter in the description down below, because this is the place where I teach everything I know to my email list, which mainly consists out of ambitious business owners that want to level up their selves and their businesses. Because in my newsletter, I open source my entire business. I share all of my numbers, all of my successes, all of my failures completely for free. So you can subscribe or unsubscribe at any time. I will never sell your information. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.